Have you ever felt like Allah is guiding your heart in a new direction, one filled with purpose, peace, and preparation? When a woman is being prepared by Allah for her future husband, it's not always obvious, but the signs are powerful. You may feel shifts in your soul, changes in your surroundings, and a deep pull toward growth and purity. These aren't just coincidences, they are divine signals. In this video, we'll reveal 7 clear signs that Allah is getting you ready for a marriage written by His wisdom. Watch closely. You might realize this message was meant for you. 1. Embracing modesty. When Allah begins preparing a woman for her future husband, one of the first and most beautiful changes occurs in her relationship with modesty. She starts to view her body, her voice, and even her presence as sacred trusts from Allah. This transformation isn't forced by society or culture. It comes from within, a silent pull from her heart, guiding her to live with dignity and self-respect. She may begin to choose looser clothing, lower her gaze more consciously, and speak with greater awareness. It's not about hiding. It's about honoring her worth. Her beauty becomes something to be preserved, not displayed for public attention. This shift is a spiritual awakening, where she no longer seeks worldly validation, but Allah's pleasure. With each modest step she takes, she's not only protecting her own dignity, but preparing herself to be a source of peace and honor for her future spouse. 2. Letting go of haram relationships. When Allah is preparing a woman for her future husband, He often begins by softening her heart toward obedience. And that means letting go of what displeases Him. One of the most difficult, yet most powerful shifts is her decision to end any haram relationships. These could be emotional connections, secret conversations, or physical bonds that are outside the bounds of halal. She starts to feel an inner discomfort with what once felt normal. It's not just guilt, it's a divine awakening. Allah places clarity in her heart, making her see that temporary attachments can block her from the permanent blessings ahead. Even if it hurts, she walks away for the sake of her soul. This detachment becomes a silent sign of her readiness, a sign that she values purity over pleasure and faith over fleeting feelings. In her sacrifice, Allah plants the seeds of a righteous and lasting love. 3. Growing in patience and strength. One of the clearest signs that Allah is preparing a woman for her future husband is the inner growth she experiences, especially in patience and emotional strength. She may face delays in marriage, heartbreak, or feel isolated in her journey, but instead of breaking down, she begins to rise with quiet resilience. Trials that once made her question her worth now make her turn to Allah with deeper trust. She no longer rushes outcomes or seeks shortcuts. Her soul becomes anchored in sabr, knowing that what is written will come at the perfect time. This patience isn't weakness, it's power. It reflects a maturity that prepares her to be a stable, nurturing partner. She learns to respond, not react, to pray, not panic. Allah is shaping her character so that when her husband arrives, she brings calm, wisdom, and strength into their marriage, qualities that only hardship and faith can build. 4. Sincere dua for a righteous spouse. As Allah prepares a woman for her future husband, her prayers begin to shift. Instead of vague wishes or worldly desires, she starts making sincere, focused du'as for a spouse who will help her grow in deen. Her heart begins to crave companionship that leads her closer to Jannah, not just romance or status. In the quiet of the night, or between sujood, she asks Allah for someone who fears Him, someone kind, patient, and spiritually grounded. She no longer prays for superficial traits, but for a man who will be a leader in salah, a protector of her heart, and a mirror of her iman. These du'as are deep, heartfelt, and sometimes tearful, because she knows only Allah can bring the right soul into her life. This sincerity is a sign of readiness. Her dua becomes a declaration that she wants love, but only the kind that pleases her Lord. 5. Focus on self-growth and deen. When Allah is preparing a woman for her future husband, He turns her attention inward, towards self-growth and a deeper connection with the deen. She becomes more concerned about her relationship with Allah than her relationship status. Her days begin to include more Quran, more dhikr, more time spent understanding her purpose. She might take steps to learn about Islamic marriage, study the lives of righteous women, or improve her akhlaq, character. She no longer waits to be completed by a man. She starts completing herself with knowledge, worship, and discipline. This journey is not for show, but for sincerity. She understands that becoming a good wife starts by becoming a better Muslimah. Allah shapes her into a woman of value, not just in beauty or words, but in taqwa and action. And when the time is right, He sends her someone who matches the level she worked to reach. 6. Removal of the wrong people. A powerful and often painful sign that Allah is preparing a woman for her future husband is the quiet removal of people who are not meant for her. Friends drift away, past love, interests disappear, and even close relationships may begin to fade. At first, she may feel confused or lonely, but soon she realizes this is divine protection, not rejection. Allah is clearing her path from distractions, temptations, and souls that would block her from receiving what is truly written for her. Some people are tests, others are lessons, but none of them are meant to stay forever. With each goodbye, Allah is making space in her life and heart for someone better, someone chosen by Him. She learns to trust that what's taken away is for her good. In letting go of the wrong people, she's making room for the right one, a partner sent by Allah's mercy. 7. Inner peace with Allah's timing. The final and most beautiful sign that Allah is preparing a woman for her future husband is the peace she finds in His timing. She no longer stresses over when, how, or who. The anxiety fades, and it's replaced by a calm trust that what is written will never miss her. She stops comparing her life to others, and instead embraces the season she's in. Her focus is no longer on waiting, it's on becoming. She begins to live fully in the present, knowing that Allah's delay is never a denial. Her heart softens with contentment, and she lets go of desperation. This inner peace is a gift from Allah, a sign that her soul is aligned with His plan. And when the right time comes, she will enter marriage not out of fear of being alone, but from a place of strength, peace, and complete tawakkul in her Lord. If you're experiencing even one of these signs, know that Allah is working behind the scenes in your favor. Trust His timing, stay patient, and continue becoming the best version of yourself. The one written for you will arrive at the perfect moment by the will of Allah. If this video touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Pious Deen for more soul-nourishing Islamic content. May Allah bless you with a righteous spouse who brings peace to your heart and deen to your home. Comment, Ya Allah, write for me what is best, if you felt this message.